Hello and welcome to the Future Fuel Cafe. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my 3 favorite AI tools that I use for my video editing that save me so much time and basically have increased my workflow and overall optimization of how I do everything tenfold. So those 3 pieces of AI software are Opus Clip, a plugin for Adobe Premiere Pro called AutoPod, and a third one called Captions AI. All in their own right are amazing pieces of AI software, but when combined together, they will honestly transform how you operate, how you use videos, how you edit your videos, and how you distribute them through different platforms of social media. So AutoPod is a plugin for Adobe Premiere Pro. Predominantly it's used for multicam editing, so anything sort of like a 2-camera setup like this, where a person's talking to a camera. Basically videos that are like giving a tutorial, giving information again like this one, or a podcast or anything similar like that. The technology that it uses to do it is called AutoPod Multicam Editor, and basically it will just edit the whole podcast in front of you and you'll watch it in real time as it goes along. It's absolutely insane and incredible. The second one they have is called the Social Clip Creator, and that's basically where you use an in and an out point, and this will then take your, say, 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio video and turn it into a 1080 by 1980, which basically means portrait, which you can then use for social media, for shorts, Instagram, TikTok, anything like that. And then the third one is called the Jump Cut Editor, which basically, if I'm speaking like this and then there's a silence or gap in between, that will basically read where the silence is, make those cuts in between, and then when the audio ends and begins, it puts it together. The second one is Captions AI, and this started off originally as an app for iPhone that was released way back in 2021. Since then, they have made a lot of different updates to the app itself, and it's got a lot of traction and become a lot more popular, especially now that AI is very popular in general. However, the products that they've released on their website, which includes a video compressor, it includes an AI eye tracker, which basically makes you look as if you're looking at the camera the whole time, but for example, if you're reading off a script, your eyes are here, but secretly they're there, the AI masks that. And thirdly as well, it has something called AI captions, where it basically creates captions from what you're saying and puts them on screen, all AI generated. The third and final one is a piece of AI software called Opus Clip. It takes your long form video content, whether it is a podcast, again, a tutorial, anything sort of similar like that. And what it will do, the AI software will take shorts from your long form content. It will create these shorts, generating the video, generating the title, generating the captions and the emojis to go with it, which it uses at very impactful points. Overall, it will give you a ranking out of 100, 100 being the best. The lower the number, then it's not as good. But utilizing all 3 of these tools and combining them together, it's a game changer, and it will make such a difference to your overall workflow. So the first one we're going to look at is AutoPod, and we're going to mainly be focusing on 2 out of the 3 tools that are included in the plugin. We're going to be looking at the multicam editor, and then we're going to be looking at the social clip creator. If you're interested in seeing an in-depth review of AutoPod, then I've left the link to that video in the video description down below. So let's jump straight into Adobe Premiere Pro and I will show you how this all works. So you can see now that I've already loaded a pre-save of an old podcast that I've already made. Here you'll see there's 2 separate layers. You've got the yellow, which is me, and then underneath, you've got my friend Alex, who's speaking there. So those are the 2 video layers, and then the red corresponds to the audio there, and then the same with the yellow. So what we want to do first off is edit the podcast. We want the AI to make the cuts and go through it and do it all for us, right? But before we can do that, there's a couple of things we've got to do. So you can see here, there's a couple of separate clips, the cuts right here, right? And here and here. So what we need to do is get them all together and nest them. So let's nest the first one here, and then we can just call that Danny. There we go. And then the second one here, we can nest this one also, and we'll call this Alex. And just to say, make sure you don't nest both layers together as one. You want them as separate layers, just to clarify that. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come up to Window, Extensions, which is where AutoPod will be sitting in its little home. And over here, you'll see we've got the 3 different ones I was telling you about, the Jump Cut Editor, the Multicam Editor, and the Social Clip Creator. But the first one we're gonna be doing is going on the Multicam Editor. So first off, we're gonna come to Cutting Method, And you'll see right here, it says standard. And if you're not sure basically of what any of these are, then you can basically hover over them quickly and it will basically tell you what it is, the cutting method, the wide shot frequency, and so on and so on, which is actually a nice little touch. But if we come to cutting method, we're gonna click on it and we're gonna choose enable and disable. Now, the reason we're gonna choose this is because when it makes the cuts, instead of just deleting the bit where it's made the cut and it doesn't wanna use it, it will make it disabled instead. So when we come to look through the edit after, if we're not happy with the cuts the AI has made, then we can basically go back through, say, no, we can enable that and then make any changes we want. So secondly, then we're gonna come down to wide shot frequency. And for me, we're gonna change this to low. And what this basically means is that anytime it hears any audio or any sound, it's gonna bounce between the shots. So the higher that is, so if it goes from medium to fast to high or very high or highest, that basically means the higher it is, the more fast it's gonna change. And personally, I really hate it when it bounces around like that. I prefer it to be smoother, slower, and not sort of overwhelming for the eyes like that. For speakers, we have two speakers. We have me and my friend Alex, so we can leave two. Then the same again for camera. We have two cameras, one on me and the other one on my friend. So two, we can leave it at that. If we scroll down here, we come down to the speakers' names. Now you can see here where it says A1, A2. That basically means audio 1 and audio 2. So we already know audio 1 is my friend Alex, so we can type that in. And then the second one is me, Danny. And then here where it says the speakers, if you look at where it says V1 and V2, that basically means video line 1 and video line 2. And up here, just so you don't have to fill out these settings again after, you can click new, and then we can call this Danny 2 People Podcast. We can press save, and now that is saved. So the next time we come up, we can click here, Danny's 2 People Podcast, and we're good to go. So anyway, now this is where the magic happens. Now we've got all the settings in, we can come down here and click create multicam edit, sit back and see what happens. Yeah. And straight away, we have got the AI analyzing the audio actually. So first off, it's saying it's going to take 2 minutes to go through this. So now we're coming down to the final 10 seconds. And basically what it's done is gone through both audio levels and it's analyzed it. And now it's down to literally the final seconds. Hold on, it's loading again. There we go. Okay. Wow. This every single time, like it's in real time right here. Right now, it is literally editing the whole podcast. This is incredible. You can see, I've just zoomed in right now, you can see it's just making those cuts stupidly fast. And there we go, it's done. So now we can press OK. If we start here, you can just see how it's gone through and made all the different cuts. And this is what I mean quickly right here. If you were to click this with the enable and disable feature, if you, for example, didn't like this shot of Alex here doing the cheers with the cup of tea, then you could right click on it, come down, press enable, and straight away it changes angle. So, you know, it's just a great feature to have, and it just allows a lot more flexibility in your edit. And I just think it's a smart choice to do, a smart choice to have. But let's go now to, I don't know which part of the podcast. Let's go here. There we go. I don't know. Let's go here, press play and see what happens. See what it sounds. Can't wait.
On tipping me once £20 and I couldn't take it. I was like, no, you can't give me that. Yeah, and I couldn't take the money because I was kind of like almost.
Let's go to another bit where it's maybe a little bit choppy, like here, and see how that is with the chopping and changing like that.
Can you take us back?
Yeah. We're turning it around.
Yeah, what we can do is we can. Yeah. That's probably like. That's probably like what I just said.
For me, I think it's just amazing, really is amazing. So the second thing that I want to show you quickly is just say now you've got your finished podcast and you really like a certain section of the podcast and you want to export that clip. So with this, we're going to create a short. Now I've already pre-selected 2 points where it's about roughly, I think 45, 50 seconds long. And it's where I'm talking about AI, how I think it's going to affect my job. What we're going to do is we're going to start here where I've put the orange marker. We're going to put an in point, and then we're going to come out where I've put the orange marker, and that's going to be our end point. And it's about 50, 51 seconds long. And now we're going to come back up to window, extensions, and we're going to click on AutoPod Social Clip Creator. Now this is also a fantastic tool, and this is going to create our short. So we're going to click on it, wait to sign in again. And once it's done that, you'll see here you have different aspect ratios that you can use to resize your video. So for us, we're going to come over to the far end and we're going to click on 1080 times 1920, which is already pre-selected. And then where it says here, auto reframe, make sure that this is selected because the AI is going to work its magic to automatically resize it, reframe it. And we're then going to go up to here and press create clips. And straight away, you can see right now, it's making the cuts. Literally, you can see on the screen, it's doing its magic. I've just moved that out of the way. And wow, if I move that, you can see it's automatically reframed it, resized it, and it's done just like that. And we can zoom in here and we can press play and see what it looks like. I would say right now, I have found something I find very intriguing. There's two aspects of looking at it. My job, which are allowed to pay to have money, is video. I just think this is absolutely amazing. So this is AutoPod. This is what it can do, and this is how you can utilize it. So for the next example, we're going to move on to captions, and we're actually going to use this video as part of the next example. So the next AI tool that we're going to be looking at is called Captions AI. Now this was released back in 2021, originally for the iPhone, and it's basically a video editing app that is for the iPhone, and a lot of people use it to create shorts and edit their video content like that, and then push that out to their respective social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever it may be. But what they released back in July were free products on their website, which are completely free and I think absolutely amazing in their own right. They are the video compressor, which will compress your video to basically not make it such a big size. The second one is the AI eye tracker, which basically tracks your eyes. And then the third thing that it has is called AI captions. And basically what that does, it adds captions over your video generated by AI. But the best bit is, these right now, all of these products are completely free on the Captions AI website. So we're gonna take the video and we're gonna jump onto the Captions AI website. Now we're actually gonna be looking at only one of these three things today. I've actually made a video previously going into full detail about Captions AI. So again, if you're really interested in that and you wanna see a full in-depth review of that, then in the video description below is the link to that video. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump onto the Captions AI website and carry on with the next part of the video. So here we are. Straight away, you'll see on the main website itself that it's very clean, very lovely to look at. But we're gonna go back up to the top here. We're gonna click on products, and this is where the free products are I told you about: the video compressor, the AI eye tracker, and the AI subtitles, the captions. So what we're gonna go on is the add subtitles, the AI captions. We're gonna click that. And what we're gonna do is click up here in the top right where it says upload your files. And we're gonna upload the video we just exported using Premiere Pro and AutoPod from the podcast. So we're gonna click on that, and it's gonna take us through to this page. We're gonna click on choose your file. So once it's finished uploading, then I'll be able to show you the next bit. So if we come over here to subtitle options and we click on it, you can see it says English default, but also what it has, which is amazing, is all these different options for subtitles as well. So if you're looking to repurpose your video footage and put it to a new audience, maybe Spanish, Portuguese, German, whatever it may be, then this is a great way to present your footage, get the AI to put the different language subtitles on, and then put it out to the respective audience on your respective platform. But for me right now, we're gonna click on English and stick with that. And then we're gonna press this magic button right here, add captions, and we're gonna let AI do the rest. So it will just load through and it will add the captions. And just like that, quite literally, our video is done. So on the right here, you can see where it's got all the captions, and as you scroll down, it's, you know, as I'm speaking or Alex is speaking. And then if we come here and we click play, we'll see what it looks like. Found something I find very intriguing. There's two aspects of looking at it. My job, which we're allowed to, you know, to pay to have. Again, this, to say it's free, this is free, is amazing. It's as well here, I don't know if you just noticed as well, when I was going through and it highlights the words for you here. So when it says money on the video here, it's got money, but it's got highlighted in green, bolder, it stands out more, because automatically the AI has known this is a key word, a key part of what I'm trying to emphasize. So it's made it look more standoutish by making it bold, green, and so on. So a couple of things to tell you about though, is when you come up here and we click on the little icon here, it looks like the two little dials. This is where you can position the writing wherever you want it to be, the captions. Personally, I like it in the lower third, about there actually. And then the size of it, again, you can make it really big, really small. And then over here, this is where you have the two options for the type of font that you want. Now, at the minute, the issue with this is that you only literally have two fonts. You have Default or Cyrus. Cyrus is what you're automatically given once it's finished giving you the captions and they're being loaded by the AI. And then the other one is the Default, which in my opinion doesn't look great. And then the other one that is, at the minute, you are not able to make any amendments to the text, which is quite annoying. However, I am happy to report with this specific AI software, when it comes to creating the captions, this is hands down the most reliable, most consistent AI caption software I've used, and I've never got anything wrong once with it. It's never got any of my words wrong, anything I've said. It has been so accurate. So that's why for me, even though I can understand that could be a big thing, a big, you know, reason not to use it for a lot of people, this has been outstanding for me, and it's still worth using. I just think it's great. I've used AI to cut the podcast, then resize the video, then we've taken that, uploaded it to Captions, which is more AI software, and used AI software to generate AI captions, and we can then export the video, and we've got it. That's it, you know, and it's just combining them together. It's that easy and that amazing. So right now we can download the video. We just press this beautiful button right here. Now this is what the finished video looks like with the captions. So let me just put this on full screen, and this is what it looks like. I would say right now, I have found something I find very intriguing. There's two aspects of looking at it. Wow. So that is Captions for you. It is a fantastic tool, fantastic AI software, and I can just not recommend them enough. And then make sure to play around with the AI eye tracker also. And then don't forget, you've also got the video compressor if you need to use that for any reason. But that is Captions AI for you. So the third and final one I'm going to speak about is called Opus Clip. Now this is an absolute game changer. This is basically an AI clipping tool, which basically means it will take your long form content and AI will generate shorts from your long form content, but it won't only just generate them, it will basically give you a ranking out of 100, 100 being the best and 0 of course being the worst. And it will also give you not just the ranking, but it will also give you the viral title to go with that short, but it will also give you underneath the title a full description as to why in the AI's opinion, which sounds crazy to think about, but the AI's opinion, why it thinks the video is so good. So let's jump straight into the computer to the Opus Clip website. So you can see now this is the Opus Clip main homepage website. So if you haven't signed up already, you can sign up here. It's free, literally, it's great. Once you've signed up, you're gonna basically be sent through to this page here. So just so you can see here, I'm already a member, hence why I'm telling you about it, because I love it so much. We're gonna click My Dashboard, and the same for you, you'll be taken through to this page once you've signed up or if you're already a member. And down below, these are some old videos that I've already used this software for to generate my shorts. But for this example right here, let's go up here and we're gonna drop a video link in. But also if you have a video file, this is where you would upload it, and it has a limit of up to 10 gigabytes of what the file size can be and a duration length of 3 hours. I already have an old video link of mine, so we're gonna paste this in, let it load, which is crazy, you just watch it, find it, and straight away, the AI has found the video. It's the AutoPod one that I did a while ago. What we're gonna do is come down here and you can see the processing time frame. This is where, for example, if you don't wanna use the start of your video and the end of your video, and you know between, you can see here it's a 13-minute video. So let's say between 9 minutes or something, 10 minutes and 2 minutes, that's where the main bulk of the juicy information is, the content that I want it to focus on. So we can draw those in, and it also lowers the amount of credits that it will use because it's not analyzing the whole video. So that's a very good tip. Then on the next bit here, you can go down to preferred clip length. If you want specifically 30 to 60 seconds or over or longer, 90 seconds to 3 minutes, you can do that. For me, I leave it on auto, but up to you. And then here, if there's anything specific that you want it to focus on, so if you are talking about cats, or you're talking about dogs, or you're talking about AI, you can type that in and it will also look out for that, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm not gonna go ahead and click get clips in one click because I've already done this video and it will waste my credits. So I've already got another video aside, which I did very recently. So we'll go through that and pretend I've done that. But for you now, what you wanna do is click get clips in one click, and it will basically load. And what it will normally do is it will say, I will send you an email when the clips are done, and you can now close this page. So that's what that does. So straight away now, you'll see all these scores as you scroll down. These are the different videos it's generated for me, and you'll see it starts at the highest score, 96, and on the top it says unleash the power of subtitles to reach new audiences. That is the title the AI has generated, and then this is the description underneath that I was telling you about. This video had an engaging hook that introduces the concept of expanding content. It flows logically, and on and on. All of this tells me why it rates it so high, and that's what I find incredible. So what we want to do quickly now is go down to edit, just to say we want to go through and make any amendments to the clip. So wait for it to load. So here now you'll see on the left, this is where all of the video clip is that it's done. So you see where it's crossed off here. This is where it hasn't used. So when I click play on this, we can press play.
Why this is great, it's because if you're an English speaker like
you get the idea. So it starts from so why. So for example, if we click on up here and we press set as start, and straight away it's just expanded up to here. So if I now click it and then I press play.
So if we click it, here you can see you've got all the different options.
And that's where the video will start from. And then the same vice versa. If you want it to not start from there and start from somewhere else, you can make the amendment, and the same for the end of the video. And also, which is also very cool, if we come over to design, and right here we can see what we want the captions to look like. We can have it look like one line, or we can have it on 3 lines. So if we click on that, you can see that's what it looks like. Or on the 1 line, which is what I prefer. I just think it looks a little bit neater and just a little bit more sharper when it's speaking and punchier. Again, with the caption position, I normally leave it to auto, but if there is any preference, you can put it on top, middle, bottom. If you come down further, you can then play around with the font. So if you want it to look like Montserrat, you can click that. I like Poppins, so I'll put it back on that, but you get the idea. And then here again, you can change the colors if you want. Also here with the camera layout, depending on how it looks. So for example, if I want it to go from fill to fit, which would be the original sort of screen, how it was, instead of it being cropped in, it would crop out. We can click that for this example. And I'll actually put it to original ratio just so you can see the difference. We can come back up to the top, and if we're happy with all the edits we've made, we can press save and compile, and that's it. And as you scroll down through all the different videos, you can basically do this process over and over for each one. And if you're happy with them, then you can just download them straight away. And if you want to make any amendments, then you can do what I've just shown you. So now we can see the video is finished. So right now what we can do is come over to it and press play on it quickly.
So if we click it, here you can see you've got all the different options of what language.
And the fact you can do this with the software, and you can create this many shorts with it and then push this out to all your different social media channels, whatever you want, it's just such a game changer, and I can't say enough about it. So yeah, there you go, that's Opus Clip for you. So those are the 3 pieces of AI software that I recommend you use, you have a look at, have a play around with, because for me, using all 3 of them for the different purposes that I've shown you and different scenarios in general, they have saved me so much time, I actually can't emphasize enough this aspect, how much time this has truly saved me. Because of the time this has saved me, this has allowed me to look at new sort of things I want to look at for this channel, for work, new videos, new pieces of AI software, being able to write more scripts for these videos that I produce like this, and it will save you money, it will save you the time, and yeah, I just can't recommend it enough. So that's it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. I really do enjoy making these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.